Today we're going to be taking our clan boss team to the next level. We are going to be changing some stuff to the build that I'm currently running, and we are going to be seeing how much of an upgrade the changes that I'm going to be making are going to be, right? So let's just go to the clan boss real quick and see what I am currently running, right? So the last run that I did, I am currently doing brutal level, and it's the level that I cannot automatically just auto battle, right? And this is the setup that I have right now. I'm running with Bogoth, Molly, Owella, Alice, and Akentum, right? But we are going to be doing something very special. Today we got clan versus clan active, meaning that we are going to be able to contribute to the overall ranking of our clan in a big way if we just go ahead and fuse our Iudex Artor. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be getting him all the way up there, maxed out as much as we can with the resources we currently have. So we are also going to be putting him inside my clan boss team and seeing how big of an upgrade he's going to be. So let's get into it. Before we go ahead and do any of that, please go ahead and check out Aptoide if you haven't done so yet. It's going to be allowing you to get basically stuff for free in Raid Shadow Legends when you're playing it through Aptoide. You're going to be earning bonuses when doing purchases in the game, and as you do those purchases, you're going to be able to buy even more stuff with the bonuses you accumulate, eventually being able to not even use your real money, instead of use the bonuses to do the payments for you. We'll talk more about that at the end of the video. For now, let's get into it. So Iudex is now finally around. I did a video on him and how you're supposed to build him, and I've been saving up my resources for this day specifically, so we are going to be able to put everything that I have on him and seeing how much I'm going to be able to contribute to my clan with these upgrades, as well as how good is it going to be in my clan boss team, right? So right off the bat, he is not ascended and he's not even max level, not 6 stars, right? So we are going to be starting to work on him and doing just that. First of all, we're going to be taking him all the way up to level 50, which should be no problem because I have a bunch of potions right here. If you want to join my team in Raid Shadow Legends, click the link in the description to get a free Narma, as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. Here's what you need to do. First of all, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Then click the link in the description and register a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial, and then go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get a fresh start in Raid with a free Narma and 3 epic champs. Click on my link right now. I think that should be enough with only the green potions. There we go, it's not too bad. Although I don't have too much silver, and I also need to be upgrading his gear, so we'll see what we end up being able to do, right? So he's going to be going all the way up to level 50. And now we do also have the resources saved up for a big upgrade over here, right? So we got some trash that I've been leveling up just for the sake of using as food. I ascended this guy even just for a weekly quest completion. So this is going to be taking him all the way up to rank 6, and that is going to be a big boost of tournament points. Actually only 1,000, I expected that to be a little bit more. Now the problem is I also need to be leveling him up, which we'll get to it in a moment. But for now, let's see if I am actually able to fully ascend him all the way up to 6 stars. I actually have enough of the potions I prepared yesterday because we had the Spirit Keep active, so we're going to be getting one more all the way up there, which is going to be costing me some money, but fortunately ascending is actually free, so that is already going to be a fully ascended, maxed out Iudex Artor, right? Is of course going to be unlocking his passive and also increasing a bunch of his stats. What's he going to be getting? He's going to be getting a lot of resistance as well as speed. Perfect for him. That's exactly what we want, some of the stats that we value the most on him. Before we get into any of the gear upgrading, let's just go ahead and check out. His power didn't really go up much. It really doesn't mean that, like, leveling him up is going to be increasing the power, but ascending doesn't really do much to him. Yeah, that was pretty much just about there. Also, of course, the level went down, so that is something to take into consideration, but that's going to be changing in a moment once we start getting into the gear, and we also get into the next thing, which is going to be the Altar of Souls. Now, of course, we had the event where you were able to get some Iudex Artor souls out of, and unfortunately I didn't manage to get myself to the 3 soul level, but yeah, I'm gonna be able to just get him to soul level 2, which is not gonna be ideal. I would much rather having at soul level 3, which would be quite good. I think we get some resistance in there. It's not gonna be giving me any clan versus clan points. I thought it would actually, so let's just see what is it gonna be getting out of all this stuff. First of all, we also, that's pretty much just as far as we can take him, but we're gonna be able to apply the blessing to him, right? So let's go go back to the panel over here and see what it's going to be looking like once he has the blessing active. So for now, nothing really changes until we actually apply a blessing, and that is when he's gonna be getting those sweet stats upgraded. So we talked about him. I talked about the cruelty blessing being probably one of the better ones on him, depending on the kind of battles you're going to be doing. But in particular here, we're going to be decreasing the defenses of every single enemy we are hitting. He is going to be doing a lot of AoE attacks with his A1, so he's going to be able to spread out that decreased defense onto all the enemies as well as the bosses. I do have a few characters that run these blessings, so maybe it's a little bit overkill and we could actually switch onto something else. But for now, we're just going to be keeping it on him. We're going to be getting some HP out of this, also increased because he's legendary, as well as some attack. I would have definitely wanted to get to 3 stars. We can also get the defense. That would be perfect. Unfortunately, I didn't quite manage to do so for now. So let's just go ahead and apply this and see where he goes to. That is already 14,000 power before we upgrade any of his gear. So I said in my video, we want this guy to be quick and we also want him to be sturdy, right? So that's why we are running a relentless set here with the extra turn chance as well as the speed straight up just from the set. I would rather have something else than speed, like a reflex set, but I don't have access to that. And that's what we're doing here. We also have some other pieces of gear we could put on him. Like for example, I was saving up on these one decent. I mean, it's not great, but I don't really have anything that's too better in comparison, like too much better. So we have this necklace, which I'm going to be equipping here real quick so you can also see it because my camera is probably in the way. So there we go. It's just a little bit of defense. Accuracy we don't care too much for, and resistance is fine. The attack, I mean, yeah, not the greatest, but it's going to be doing the job just for now. And then we have also this banner, which as you can see is not too terrible on him at all. It has HP on that, HP percentage, speed, which is perfect as well, defense and attack, right? So that is already a pretty beefed up Iudex Artor, but of course we need to do some upgrading, right? So let's get to it. We do have a little bit of gold. Let's see how much we can actually level up all our stuff. We actually got HP percentage upgraded, which is perfect. Although I would have rather had some speed increased, but since this is a 6-star legendary, I'm definitely wanting to get this all the way up to, oh my god, I wanted to get it to level 16, but I totally failed on that, and I spent almost like 2 million already upgrading this single piece of gear, and it actually didn't even get to 16. Now, of course, it's a massive impact to get it all the way to 16. You can see the HP being increased so much, but I am so low on resources, unfortunately. Now, let's see how much power he does have right now. It's actually very damn low still. If I had enough gear, like actually enough money, I would probably be able to take him to like 30-something K. That wouldn't be too bad. Of course, missing all the skill level ups, which I don't have any skill books for, and all the masteries, which I don't have any of the books still, like the scrolls, and I also don't have the gems for that, right? So we are a little bit screwed over here, unfortunately, but yeah, we'll try to make the best of this. Now, we do have a little bit of crap, which I kind of want to be selling. Everything that's like 1 to 4 stars and green, like all the way up to blue rarity, I'm just going to be selling all this stuff. It's pretty much just crap. Same kind of applies to the accessories over here, which I think if I do filter through the same requirements here, I mean, I'm actually, yeah, only have this one, which are totally trash. I could definitely be selling this, but I'm not going to be getting much out of this. We can do a little bit of extra upgrading maybe here on the necklace, since it's probably going to be like the cheapest thing we can do, and maybe get something else out of that. We got some more defense from here, so that's going to be kind of perfect on him. Now, are we even able to get it to 12? No, we're having so much bad luck on this. On this guy. Yeah, we definitely are very short on the money department. I haven't really been able to farm the campaign much lately. I've been doing other stuff, so I am very low on silver, but yeah, this is how far we can go for now. Now, I did realize, for the sake of the clan versus clan, that I also in fact have one skill shield, which I'm able to use on a Kentum, as well as some, I'm just going to be pounding on, or rather dumping some skill books on some rare champions. So I'm going to be doing this and hoping for an A1 over here, and actually it happened. You could already see the 4, there we go. The A1 is now level 4. We are only needing like a couple more books, only 3 more books until he's fully finished up, and then we'll move on to, I don't know, I don't have any other epics that I really want to be upgrading now, so I might save them or maybe put them onto Husk. And then I'm also going to be fully booking up the Renegade, just so that she is able to, well, have that thing done, because I also have a clan quest that, well, it's just about the booking up a rare champion. So we're gonna be doing that because, well, she's one of the better. Actually, I don't even have the silver. Well, never mind that. We'll get it done at a different point. It's just gonna be allowing me to get some more clan versus clan points, and it was also gonna be good for a clan mission that I have running right now. So let's just move on to trying Iudex Artor on a clan boss. Now, he's definitely pretty weak right now. I mean, at least based off of what I could have him at. I'm not going to be moving any gear from anybody else right now because, well, he's not really going to be using the kind of gear that other of my characters are going to be having. Unfortunately, I'll need to be waiting for a couple more minutes for a new key, so we're going to be doing that right now. I did realize that my Iudex Artor was actually still at level 1 after we got him to 6 stars, so I just did a little bit of the campaign, I spent some gems, and we're going to be also using a bit of potions on him just to get him to around 40 something. I still got some more energy that I'll go through, so after that we'll get into the clan boss. Actually, no, he's kind of just fine with the level that we got him to, so we're going to be putting a bit of an upgrade somewhere just so that we can get a little bit extra strength just in general on him. So we'll get this to level 12 if we are lucky enough. That's going to be happening. There we go, another HP percentage increase there. He is getting very beefed up, and now we'll do the same onto this one simply because it's a legendary, even though the stats are not perfect. That's also level 12, perfect. Finally, a little bit of luck. We also got some extra defense on these gauntlets, so we're going to be doing that until we actually run out of money. Somewhere else we can upgrade. We can also do this onto this helmet. Now, some of these pieces are not optimal, but really I'm not just trying to fully optimize these characters. I don't really have that much time or resources into this account to actually fully commit to this kind of stuff. So now we're going to be doing that onto the shield. Hopefully we can get it somewhere. This one is actually pretty damn good with that HP as well as defense percentage. And then is it going to be going to level 12? Almost. No, that's actually fine. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be the setup for the clan boss, and now that's going to be 22,000 power. So let's get to it. Now we actually have a key as well, and we're going to be going to doing brutal, right? So we have a bit of a comparison. Before we did 8.6 million damage, as you can see right there. We're going to be taking away the Molly, who is actually quite more geared than Iudex Artor right now, but she's actually kind of just useless. It's simply going to be adding some turn meter as well as having that revive. We're going to be getting both the turn meter and the revive of Iudex Artor, if I'm not mistaken, right? He had a little bit of a turn meter increase onto his A2, right? So all the skills are level 1. We're going to have to set up the AI real quick. The AI setup we went for is just removing Immortal Malison from Akentum, so he doesn't actually do the triple hit over here, since it's basically going to be useless. It's not going to be triggering the passive over here since there's going to be only one enemy, and we want more of those poisons applying. We did nothing to Oella, nothing to Arthur, and we also canceled the wave of revulsion on Bogoth because, well, he's not going to be applying the provoke, so the decreased attack debuff is not going to be happening on the boss. Really, we don't really care much about this. We'd rather have the extend debuff duration happening from his A1. And finally, on Alice, we also removed the Clockwork Cyclone, which is going to be doing a little bit less damage than the other options, as well as really not doing anything with the turn meter decrease. So this is the setup we're going to be going for, with Akentum being the aura, so we got extra speed. So there we go, 8.6 million damage is the number to beat. We're going to have just a big start over here with all the buffs, the turn meter increase from the Oella, and we are really just looking for extra damage off of the buffs that Arthur is giving, right? He's basically given a strengthen to our allies as well as a big attack buff increase. Now the Oella is also going to be increasing the duration of those buffs. As you can see, they all went up back to 2 turns after that, and then, well, we just want to be getting a lot of damage from our 2 damage dealers over here. Alice is basically going to be in there because she's the best character that I have because she was free, and she's definitely doing a lot of extra damage out of the buffs that she's getting. We are also fighting Green Affinity, I think it's Spirit Affinity boss, which means that our Alice is doing a little bit of extra damage onto this guy. She has a little bit of extra stats versus this guy. And then Akentum, the problem with him right now is that he has very low defense, so he's being targeted by the stun, unfortunately. Now, he will eventually die because of that, and that's going to be hindering my damage a lot, but we can already see that very early on into this fight, we are already pretty high up there in the damage. I would say that we are doing a lot better than we would normally do. I'm expecting to at least, I don't know, get to like 12 million, hopefully something like that. Now, we do have a lot of healing coming from the Oella, as well as from the Arthur with that A1 on him, and we also have the revive on the Arthur, right? We took away the Molly, which was going to give me that revive, and we also took away the turn meter increase, or rather feel, from that Molly when she gets killed by the boss, but instead we actually got a bit of an upgrade in every sense from the Iudex Artor, because he's going to be having a better revive with better stats, and also a bit more of an aggressive revive, which is going to put my Akentum in a better spot. He also comes with heals, and he also comes with all the buffing, which really is just adding a lot of extra damage. Now the Molly here would only be adding that that reflect damage buff she gets, and that's really not useful here. And the provoke she has also completely irrelevant, right? So all we do here is just attack with the allies. She doesn't really do much over here. I think she can take away the strengthen buff with her A1 off of the boss. Now the Akentum, of course, is doing all the poisons. We got the leech running from the Bogoth here, so we get a little bit of extra healing, although that is not a problem right now. And then, of course, the Akentum just applying all the poisons. The extra debuff duration here is also applying from the Bogoth onto some of these debuffs, especially the poisons are very good to actually get their duration increased. If it actually happens, there we go, increased debuff duration. It went onto the leech and onto one of the poisons. And yeah, unfortunately, the defense onto my Akentum is really low. Unfortunately, he's actually my weakest character of them all right here, probably even weaker than the Iudex Artor. Unfortunately for that, yeah, he's just like, I would rather have him with a little bit of extra defense so he doesn't get targeted by the stun, and in that case I would need somebody else, like for example my Bogoth ideally to be the target of the stun, although he's also a pretty beefy character, so yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to go lower defense than the Akentum, and the Akentum overall just has pretty bad gear. It's like left to upgrade. I was trying to craft together some I think it's like some accuracy and some it's like perception gear, that's what I mean, and overall, yeah, he just lacks the gear overall right now. Now we also have the passive heals from the Oella, from that effect where if you get hit by, I think it's like a hit that's like over 15% of your health, that buff is gonna be applying. So yeah, people are not going to be dying right now. It's just that the Akentum will eventually go down, and he's missing a lot of turns because of that stun going on to him, right? We are only 13 turns into it, and it's already up to 4 million damage. Now, this is not a great team whatsoever. I mean, it's an alright team, but it's not like a team with which you can clear Nightmare or something like that, and also not a cheesy team like some of those unkillable sort of teams, right? It's just like my best team that I can put together right now, being that my account is quite new, and simply a little bit of an addition of the Iudex Artor onto the team, seeing what he can provide to basically any team right now. Really, it's like a free champion who's gonna be adding a lot of buffing, a lot of potential to do extra things. Like, he's gonna be a great addition for basically any arena team, and he's gonna be a great addition for this sort of setup where you are lacking some extra offense. And honestly, I was really lacking some buffers. I also am lacking a little bit of some other extra debuffers, like some decreased defense would be great in my team. I don't have any of that right now. Also something to remove my debuffs for some other setups, like some other kind of fights versus, I don't know, like I think there's like the spider onto the Doom Tower, where we just get so many poisons on you, you're basically unable to go through them. And we are already up to 6 million damage, 17 turns. I think the Akentum is going to be dying really soon. If not, yeah, there we go, the stun is going to be going through. I think next time there's some big AoE damage, he might go down if he's not topped, and that might be the case, although the leech is still there, so if he gets a turn now, he's probably going to be topped up before there we go, he's going to be topping up almost before the boss takes another turn, and he actually goes down. But now the Iudex Artor is going to be proccing that revive, giving him an extra attack buff over there. That's just a simply increased attack, and then he's also going to be going for his A1. So there you go, you have a lot of poisons back from just having that died right there. Now his passive is not going to be triggering because of course he didn't kill anybody, but he's probably, yeah, he's dead now, and it's going to be quite a long time until the revive is coming around. Unfortunately, I think Iudex Artor will soon die as well. He's getting to the point where he's almost getting one shot, and he's now our target stun. So at this point, I think we're going to be getting over the 8.6 million mark, because of course my Oella, Bogoth, and the Alice are still just fine, but my two other weaker characters are starting to actually kind of just get outphased. We're going to be running out of revives over here. There we go, he's down. So yes, we might not be pushing it too much, but we're probably going to be getting to like 9 point something million. Hopefully, let's see what we get. So it looks like that's just going to be it. We barely did any more extra damage than we had before. Unfortunately, I think the Artor upgrade is definitely good, but here having that Akentum was just keep on getting stunned. That increased damage honestly did something for Alice for sure from those buffs, but yeah, I don't know. I really expected it to be a bit better of an upgrade, since removing that Molly, I thought it was going to be quite better. All in all, I mean, we did fine. I think it's still an upgrade. We still have a lot of job, like a big job to do here with upgrading my Iudex Artor, but overall, yeah, I really expected it to take me a little bit of upper, like a bigger notch up there, so we could get like going into like higher tiers of damage onto the clan boss. So that is the video, a bit of a showcase of what I'm doing right now in the clan boss, as well as just a bit of an upgrade here with a clan versus clan thing going on Iudex Artor and stuff. Now, before you go, I talked before about Aptoide. If you're gonna be buying stuff anyways while playing Raid Shadow Legends, you might as well do so, and you want to be doing so through Aptoide. Now, the reason for that is because when you buy things, when you play Raid Shadow Legends through Aptoide, is that you can get massive bonuses that can go from extra 10% of the money you are spending all the way up to extra 35% of that amount. So picture that, I'm buying these, and based off of the bonus that I currently have unlocked on my account, I'm getting 7.2 euros, right? So picture that once I do have enough of that money, I'm gonna be going ahead and being able to buy any other thing using the bonuses that I already accumulated instead of actually my real money. So basically, you can buy stuff for free, you just get more value for your money, and over the long run, you're gonna be able to afford more things without actually spending extra. So all in all, it's a very good offer. Now, if you're going to be doing so, there's going to be a guide down in the description if you're interested about how to set the whole thing up on your Android devices. It doesn't work on iPhone, so it's going to be only working on your Aptoide, like for example BlueStacks on PC, or your Aptoide, rather Android devices like your phone. And there's also going to be a code down there in the description as well as here on the screen, which is going to be upgrading that bonus by a flat 5% from the get-go if you want to start earning extra bonuses. If you do go ahead and use my bonus, you're going to be helping me out immensely. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye, see you.